People living in rural or urban areas need a variety of goods and services. These goods and services are provided by micro, small, medium and large business enterprises. All these business enterprises require financial resources. Many of those who operate small and micro ventures like grocery stores, fruit and vegetable shops, eating places and a host of others do not have adequate cash funds. Most of them do not even have working capital, forget about investment capital. They operate from temporary business places or from home or from rented premises. Some hawk their wares by traveling from place to place either on foot or using transportation like carts, cycles and tricycles. To meet their working capital needs, they borrow money, normally from money lenders. They could also borrow money from financial institutions. Unfortunately, most financial institutions do not have options suitable for such people. My MFI is a new age financial institution set up for lending money to micro and small entrepreneurs. My MFI lends the money by using both joint liability group and the individual lending methodologies. In the case of My MFI, instead of the borrowers coming to the financial institution, the field officers go in search of these small business people and traders who need financial support. Most MFIs offer credit to its customers based on group methodologies like joint liability groups and self-help groups. Here, the group guarantee acts as the collateral. However, there are certain segments of clients who have either developed fatigue of attending group meetings and drop out in spite of being good borrowers, or some of the matured clients need more of a cash flow based loan rather than cycle based, or are not interested in attending group meetings week after week, or are not interested in being part of a group. The individual loan product will ensure that we satisfy this type of clients and to enable them to access credit without using conventional collateral such as title deeds. Individual loan is unique because the decision to sanction a loan is basically based on how well the business is performing and focused on the collateral side of it. One can picture the lending process in microfinance as credit cycle. The cycle consists of a number of steps: first contact, screening, origination, appraisal, recommendations, loan committee, processing of documents, disbursement, repayment, monitoring. One can also sum up these steps as new customer identification, loan appraisal, loan sanction, disbursement, and monitoring. This credit cycle concept can be a useful guide in establishing solid lending operations. The cycle begins with a point of first contact. This could be when a potential customer comes to the MFI office to inquire about its products, or it could be outside the MFI, for instance, in a market where staff members solicit new potential clients.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I am Ravi, working in My MFI as a field officer, and our organization lends money to the business people who want to expand their business. I forgot to ask, what is your name?
My name is Shiv Parvati.
This is our brochure.
This is interesting. Can I get a loan from you?
Yes, we do. What are your daily sales?
It is around 3 to 3,500 on an average.
Do you require any loan for your business?
Yes, I'm looking for a loan to expand my business.
If we give you a loan, what do you want to do with it?
Right now there is good demand for a chili and turmeric powders. Since I have no money to buy more raw material, I'm unable to meet the demand, so I'm looking for a loan.
Do you own a house?
Yes, I do. It's just 2 streets from here.
Do you or any one of your family members have availed any loan?
Yes, I took a loan from your weekly loan branch, but I have repaid it.
Oh, do you have the weekly loan card with you?
No, sir. If you want, I can send someone to get it.
Okay, please get it.
Rama, go to my house and get my weekly loan card. Okay, madam. Why don't you sit?
Your credit history is good. So, why have you not taken any more loans?
The weekly loan amount is too small and it is not adequate for my business.
That's true. The group guarantee loan amounts depend on the loan cycle. Hence, they cannot offer larger amounts. Here, under the individual lending program, we provide loans based on your business cash flows and you can repay them in monthly installments.
That sounds better. Will the rate of interest remain the same?
No, terms and conditions for individual loans are different. The rate of interest for individual loan is 21% per annum. It will be diminishing rate. The borrower can repay the loan in 12 to 18 monthly installments. A non-refundable processing fee at the rate of 2% of the amount will be collected from the borrower. The borrower must repay the loan in the form of fixed monthly installments only. Part payments will not be accepted. The borrower must find a guarantor to provide surety for the loan. The guarantor must have a monthly income and own a house. The MyMFI provides loan-linked life insurance to the borrower at an annual premium of Rs 150, which will be collected from the borrower. Are the terms and conditions acceptable to you?
Yes, they are. Will you give me a loan?
Certainly. But you and your guarantor must provide us certain documents as per this checklist. You must provide us proof of identity, proof of address, proof of ownership of the house and business, 2 copies of a photograph of the borrower with the spouse, bank account passbook, 10 post-dated checks. Your guarantor must provide us proof of identity, proof of address, proof of ownership of the house, 1 passport size photograph, bank account passbook, proof of monthly income. Are you willing to provide all the necessary documents?
Yes, I can. I know a couple of people. Either of them will oblige and be a guarantor.
Good. So let's get started. Give me your details so that I can fill in the loan enquiry form. What's your full name?
Vedantam Shiv Parvati.
The field officer elicits the preliminary details and fills the loan enquiry form. Details pertain to the business such as daily sales, sales on credit, general information like communication address, desired loan, etc.
Please note my mobile number.
Tell me.
9392 461518. Please contact me when all the documents as per the checklist are ready. And please explain all the terms and conditions to the guarantor.
Certainly. I will explain to my guarantor.
During my next visit, I will also talk to your spouse and your guarantor. Thanks for giving so much of your time.
It's okay, sir.
See you again.
After returning to the branch office, the field officer contacts their weekly loan branch office over phone and makes inquiries about the potential client.
Mr. Subbarao. This is Field Officer Ravi. Can you please tell me whether Mrs. Sivaparvati of GD Metla, a borrower of our weekly branch, has she cleared her loan? I'll be in the office. Please call me. Okay. Hello, Mr. Subbarao. Tell me.
Hello, Mr. Ravi. Haven't you inquired about Mrs. Shiv Parvati? She's taken a loan and she has repaid it.
Any more dues?
Nothing.
When did she clear it?
More than a year back.
Thank you, Mr. Subbarao.
You're welcome.
After the telephonic conversation, the field officer updates the loan enquiry register by referring to the loan enquiry form and also the details gathered through his telephone conversation. Early on, many MFIs install some kind of a screening in order to weed out those customers who are very unlikely to qualify for a loan. Typical reasons for failing this first screening are not having a bank account, not having an own house, insufficient repayment capacity, or indebtedness to other financial institutions. The next step in the cycle is the loan origination, which is usually filled out by the client. While the form should capture all the necessary information, it is also important to keep it short. The prospective client calls the field officer after finding a guarantor.
Hello.
Namaste sir, this is Shiv Parvati here.
Namaste, Mrs. Shiv Parvati. Tell me.
One of our acquaintances agreed to be a guarantor. I have also procured all the required documents as per the checklist.
Have you explained the terms and conditions to the guarantor?
Yes, and he has accepted all the terms and conditions.
Good. What are the documents that you have collected?
I have with me our ration card, 2 photos of my spouse and me, the house tax receipt, the bank passbook, and the 10 check leaves. I have collected from my guarantor 1 photo, copies and originals of the ration card, the house tax receipt, the bank passbook, and the monthly salary slip.
Very good. Tomorrow morning I'll come to your house between 9 and 10. Please be there with your spouse and your guarantor.
Okay sir, we will wait for you. Lakshmi, have you packed them?
Namaste, Mrs. Shiv Parvati.
Please sit. This is my husband.
Namaste.
Namaste.
This gentleman is my guarantor.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to have some tea?
No, thank you. The applicant is interested in availing a loan from us. Has she explained the terms and conditions to you?
Yes, she has.
Yes, she has.
However, I'll once again explain them to you. The rate of interest for individual loan is 21% per annum. It will be diminishing rate. The borrower can repay the loan in 12 to 18 monthly installments. A non-refundable processing fee at the rate of 2% of the amount will be collected from the borrower. The borrower must repay the loan in the form of fixed monthly installments only. Part payments will not be accepted. The borrower must find a guarantor to provide surety for the loan. The guarantor must have a monthly income and own a house. The MyMFI provides loan-linked life insurance to the borrower at an annual premium of Rs 150, which will be collected from the borrower. In the event of borrower's death, the unpaid amount of the loan will be deducted from the insurance claim. The remaining amount will be paid to the nominee. If the borrower defaults, then you have to repay the loan as you are providing the guarantee. I will originate the loan, but our branch manager appraises the loan and it will be sanctioned by our loan committee. Is that clear? Mrs. Shiv Parvati, are you still interested in availing the loan?
Yes, I am.
Are you still willing to be the guarantor?
Yes, I agree. If she defaults, I will repay the loan on behalf of the borrower.
We agree to the terms and conditions.
Okay, very well. Can I have the documents, please? Mrs. Shiv Parvati, let me fill up the application form. Can you please give me the details?
Okay, sir.
What's your husband's name?
Vedantam Kishore.
How much do you require in the form of loan?
35,000 is sufficient for me.
Do you have any other income apart from the business?
No.
Do you have any immovable property? Okay. You both have to sign on the application. You also sign here. We have completed the job here. Shall we go to your mill now?
Okay, sir.
Will you please come with us?
Okay, sir.
Mrs. Shivaparvati, what's the quantum of your average daily sales?
3 to 3,500.
How much raw material do you use?
About 2 to 3 quintals.
What is your margin of profit?
1,000 rupees.
Thanks for the information. Our branch manager will come for the appraisal and I will inform you the time and date of appraisal. On the day of appraisal, all three of you must be present.
Sure, sir.
I will now visit the guarantor's house.
Shall I come with you?
No, you don't have to. Both of us will go. Please take care of your business.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we go?
Okay, sir. Please come in. Have a seat. Shweta? He's Mr. Ravi Babu, Field Officer in my MFI.
Namaste.
Namaste, madam.
Mrs. Shivaparvati is getting a loan from them.
Oh, I see.
Mrs. Shivaparvati sought a loan from us. Your spouse is giving guarantee for that loan. You know what it means? If the borrower fails to repay the loan, guarantor has to repay it. Which means if Mrs. Shivaparvati fails to repay the loan, your spouse has to repay it. I shall explain our terms and conditions. The interest rate is 21% per annum. The monthly interest will be calculated on the diminishing capital. The loan must be repaid in 12 to 18 monthly installments. Borrower has to pay 2% loan processing fee, which is non-refundable. Must repay the loan in the form of monthly installments only. We do not accept part payments. To get the loan, you need to find a guarantor who owns a house and preferably earns a regular salary. We provide loan-linked life insurance to the borrower. For that, the borrower has to pay Rs 150 per annum. In the event of borrower's death, the unpaid amount of the loan will be deducted from the insurance claim. The remaining amount will be paid to the nominee. Do you agree for the terms and conditions?
Yes, we accept.
Will you please give me your details? Your full name, please.
Tangirala Lakshmi Narsimha.
Date of birth?
17th November 1978.
Office address?
Holy Fields International Private Limited, Barkatpura, Hyderabad.
Please sign here.
Shall I sign here?
Yes. Okay, sir. We will inform the applicant the date and time of branch manager's appraisal. Please make sure that you are available at the time of appraisal.
Okay, sir. See you, sir.
I'll get along. Excuse me, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
May I know your name?
Verma.
Do you know Mrs. Shivaparvati?
Yes, I know.
Since how long are they living here?
Since 10 years.
They're taking a loan from us. Do you think they can repay it?
Of course they can. It's a good family.
Do they have any problems with others?
No, they are very sociable. Both of them are helpful people.
Very well.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
If the credential check is positive, the field officer proposes for giving the loan, opens a client loan file and submits it to the branch manager.
Excuse me, sir.
Please come in, Mr. Al-Babu.
This is Mrs. Shivaparvati's loan file.
The branch manager verifies the client loan file and checks whether the documentation is correct.
Have you conducted the credential checks? Do they have any liabilities?
Yes, sir. They are creditworthy. They have no liabilities.
Okay then, I shall go there day after tomorrow for the appraisal. Please intimate the applicant.
Sure, sir. I will inform.
Okay.
The field officer contacts the applicant and informs about the appraisal date, tentative time, and asks the applicant to ensure the presence of all three: applicant, applicant's spouse, and guarantor.
Hello, Mrs. Shivaparvati. Day after tomorrow morning between 7 and 8 am, our branch manager will come for the appraisal. Make sure that all of you are present.
Okay, I will inform the guarantor and we will wait for the branch manager.
Okay, bye.
The loan appraisal stage is absolutely critical. During this stage, the branch manager visits the client and analyzes the business, and/or economic activities that he or she is engaged in. Typically, the branch manager will also visit the residence of the client and the guarantor in order to get a better idea of the social and economic situation.
Namaste, Mr.
Namaste.
Shivaparvati.
Please be seated.
This is our branch manager.
Namaste.
Namaste. Please be seated. You have applied for a loan. Hence, I have come for the loan appraisal. I hope our field officer must have explained to you the terms.
Yes, sir.
Since how long have you been in this business?
Since 3 years.
What's the quantum of your average daily sales?
3,000 to 3,500.
Do you supply the packets to shops?
Yes, sir.
What proportion of the daily sales are on credit?
30% of the sales are on credit. Some customers pay once a week and others on monthly basis.
How do you purchase your raw materials?
I clear the previous bill and purchase the current one on the credit. I pay about 10,000 to 15,000 each week.
Do sales fluctuate during the year?
During festive season, sales will be very good, around 6,000 rupees. During other seasons, the sales are normal at around 3 to 3,500.
How many assistants do you have?
Totally 3, 2 assistants and 1 salesman.
How much raw materials do you purchase?
About 12 quintals.
What is the rent you pay for this shed?
About 5,000 rupees.
Is it? Is your husband employed?
No, sir. He takes care of marketing of our products.
Which other bills do you pay?
Electricity, phone and water too. I spend about 2,000 rupees each month on all those.
Have you availed any loan from any bank or other financial institutions?
I had taken a loan but repaid it.
Okay, shall we go to your residence?
Okay, sir. Lakshmi, I'll take them home. You attend to your work. Okay, madam. Please come, sir.
Let's go.
Please come in, sir. This is my house.
Very good.
Please be seated. This is my husband.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir. Hello, sir.
He is our guarantor.
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Mrs. Shivaparvati, do you have any income other than from the business?
No, sir.
I need to get an idea of your average monthly expenditure. Let's start with food. How much do you typically spend on that?
Approximately 3,000 rupees.
How many children do you have and how old are they?
I have 2 girls. Elder is 7, younger is 5 years.
Sir, how much do you spend for their education?
About 900 rupees.
How much do you have in your bank account?
About 5,000 rupees.
Sir, do you know our rate of interest?
I know, sir. It is 21% per annum.
Okay. How about the loan processing fee and insurance premium?
Loan processing fee is 2% of the loan amount and insurance is 150 rupees per annum.
How much do you need as a loan?
35,000 rupees.
What will you do with that amount?
There's lot of demand for a chili and turmeric powders. So I would like to buy more raw materials and that's why I want to avail the loan.
What are your responsibilities as a guarantor?
I know that if the borrower defaults, as a guarantor, I have to repay the loan.
Very good, Mrs. Shivaparvati. Do you know the date of monthly repayment?
It is 5th of every month.
Where will you repay?
At my business location.
How much can you pay every month?
Up to 2,400 rupees.
Do you feel comfortable to pay rupees 2,400?
Yes, it is no problem for me. Some of my regular clients pay me on the 1st or 2nd of every month. I can pay my installment from that amount.
Okay, your loan application will be reviewed by the loan committee in our office. The field officer will let you know the committee's decision. I wish to visit the guarantor's residence now.
Shall I take you there?
Not necessary. We will go.
come in, sir. Please be seated.
Do you know that your spouse is prepared to be a guarantor to a borrower?
Yes, I already know about it.
You understand that if the borrower defaults, you will have to repay the loan amount. It's my responsibility to inform you about it.
We know that family since more than 10 years. Mrs. Shiva Parvati is a good business person. She won't default. Of course, if she fails to repay, I'll pay the loan amount.
Okay, madam. Is it acceptable to you?
Yes, it's not a problem.
Okay, then we will get along.
Okay, sir.
During the next step of the loan cycle, branch manager processes the information in the office, analyzes the cash flows and calculates a proposed loan amount. If satisfied with the proposal, the branch manager recommends the amount of loan to be sanctioned. The loan committee is perhaps the most important stage in the credit cycle. Here, the branch manager presents his or her cases together with suggested loan amounts. Another branch manager, as well as the chairperson, that is the regional manager, questions the analysis and any critical assumptions. The decision to extend or to reject the loan is taken by the whole committee and therefore protects any individual member. Rejected loans may be referred back to the branch manager for further analysis if required.
Sir, good morning, sir. This is Nagabhushanam, sir.
A loan is approved by the branch manager himself if the loan amount is less than 30,000 rupees. If the recommended loan amount is greater than 30,000 rupees, the loan has to be sanctioned by the loan committee, which is chaired by the regional manager, and therefore the branch manager fixes a meeting in consultation with the regional manager. On the scheduled date, the branch managers bring their client loan files and loan sanction registers along with them. The regional manager takes the loan sanction registers and scrutinizes the loans approved by the branch managers, that is, loans of amounts less than or equal to 30,000 rupees. In the meantime, the branch managers exchange their client loan files and examine whether the documentation and the forms are proper and complete for each of them.
Shall we start the meeting? Have you completed your verification?
We have finished the verification of client loan files, so we can now go ahead, sir.
Present your first loan proposal.
This applicant's name is Mrs. Vedantam Shivaparvati. She is running a chili powder mill. She has applied for a loan of rupees 35,000. Using our loan, she wants to purchase more raw materials and is planning to expand her business. The applicant's daily sales are rupees 3,000. 30% of the sales are on credit, which get paid on a weekly or monthly basis. She has been residing for more than 10 years in the area. The applicant gets a margin of 12% on sales. The applicant's mill is in rented shed. The rent is rupees 5,000 per month. The applicant has taken a loan from our weekly branch and has repaid it. We have cross-checked with our weekly branch. 3 assistants are working in the mill. Applicant's husband markets the product. We have conducted the credential check. The result is positive. She has monthly net surplus of rupees 8,000. Out of that, the applicant is ready to pay rupees 2,400 for 17 months.
What about the guarantor?
The guarantor is salaried and his monthly income is rupees 10,000.
Are there any weaknesses like competition and fluctuations in peak and lean periods?
During festival season, sales go up to rupees 6,000. During other seasons, it's around rupees 3,000. Competition is growing in the area. But the applicant supplies her product to big shops and supermarkets. Moreover, she has many long-standing buyers. So I'm sure she can retain her buyers.
What do you think of the proposal?
It seems to be a good proposal. She might become a good customer.
I also agree with you. We can sanction the full amount. But Ensure that the loan amount is properly utilized. It is your responsibility.
Definitely, sir.
Let us sanction it. Next.
After the committee discusses and decides on all the cases, the branch managers enter loan proposals in the loan sanction register and the loan committee decision. All the 3 loan committee members sign in the register. The branch managers prepare and submit their fund requisition forms in duplicate to the regional manager to get the amount required to disburse the sanctioned loans.
Shall we conclude the meeting?
Okay, sir. Okay.
All the best.
The branch manager sends 1 copy of the fund requisition form to the head office by courier. He places the 2nd copy of the fund requisition form in the fund requisition file. The next stage in the cycle consists of processing the documents so that the loan can be disbursed.
Ravi Babu, please come here.
The branch manager calls the field officer and informs him about the loan committee decisions.
The loan committee meeting has just concluded.
The branch manager also fixes the date and time for disbursements in consultation with the field officer.
On the 28th of this month, let the applicants come to the office with their spouses and guarantors.
Okay, sir.
The field officer contacts the applicant over phone and informs about the loan committee decision and the date of disbursement and reminds the client to get the required documents and cash.
Mrs. Shivaparvati,
Tell me, sir.
you have been sanctioned a loan of 35,000 rupees.
Thank you, sir. That's a great news.
The disbursement will be on 28th of this month. Please come to the branch office that day. You have to bring 700 rupees cash for the loan processing fee, 300 rupees for the insurance premium, and 10 post-dated checks.
Okay, sir.
And please bring your bank passbook, weekly loan card, and 2 revenue stamps of 1 rupee value.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yourself, your spouse, and your guarantor should come to the branch office on the disbursement date. That is the next Monday.
Okay, sir. We will be there with the documents you have mentioned.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
The field officer prepares the communication of loan sanction and acceptance letter in duplicate and sends a copy to the client and files the other copy in the client loan file. During the loan disbursement stage, the client gets the loan funds by depositing a check in their bank account. The field officer prepares a repayment schedule in duplicate by referring to the sanction and installment amount columns in the client loan file. The repayment schedule so prepared is filled in the client loan file.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Please be seated.
Hi, sir.
Mrs. Shivaparvati, did you bring all the documents and fees?
Yes, I have brought them all.
Let me take a look at the documents.
Here they are. I received this by courier. Do you want this?
That's not required. Just to make sure that you understand, I shall repeat the terms and conditions once again. You are taking 35,000 rupees loan. For that, now you have to pay 700 rupees towards processing fee and 300 rupees towards insurance premium, which will not be refunded. Interest rate is 21% per annum, which will be calculated on the diminishing balance. You agreed to pay 2,400 rupees on 5th of every month for 17 months. We do not accept any part repayments. Insurance coverage will start after 15 days from today. You are aware that if the applicant defaults to repay the loan, you have to pay the loan amount as a guarantor.
I know that.
If all agree, the field officer updates the loan disbursement register by entering the details of the client and he issues a unique loan ID number. The field officer writes the loan ID number on the loan application and repayment schedule, which is part of the client loan file. The client loan file comprises of loan application, appraisal form, and repayment schedule. The field officer writes the name of the MFI, date, and the installment amount due on each of the client's post-dated checks and asks the client to sign on them. The field officer updates the post-dated check register by entering the details of the post-dated checks and takes the signature of the client in the register.
Mrs. Shivaparvati, please sign here.
The field officer places the post-dated checks in an envelope. The field officer collects the loan processing fee and insurance premium from the client and prepares a receipt for the amounts received. Both the field officer and client sign the receipt.
Please sign here also.
The original receipt is given to the client. The field officer prepares the promissory note, which includes bank payment voucher, and affixes the 2 revenue stamps. The client and guarantor sign across the revenue stamps.
Sign across the stamp. You sign here, please.
Okay, sir.
The field officer also takes the signature of the client on the copy of the communication of loan sanction. The field officer explains the repayment schedule and asks the client to sign on the 2 copies of the repayment schedule. The field officer also signs on the same. The field officer puts the individual loan branch seal on the weekly loan card, if any, to confirm that the client has taken a loan from the individual loan branch.
I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, sir.
Ms. Reshma, please verify this and prepare a check.
Okay, sir.
Please wait. Branch manager will call you.
Sure.
Okay, sir.
The cashier verifies the loan documents for completeness and prepares the loan check for sanctioned amount by referring to the sanction column in the application. The cashier updates the checkbook register. The cashier hands over to the branch manager the client loan file, the weekly loan card, the envelope containing the post-dated checks, 2 copies of the repayment schedule, and the loan check.
Sir, the loan file of Mrs. Shivaparvati and the check.
Okay.
The branch manager verifies the loan documents for correctness and calls the client, her spouse, and guarantor for a final discussion with them.
Ravi Babu, please send in Mrs. Shivaparvati.
Please go and see the branch manager.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Mrs. Shivaparvati, welcome. We are pleased to have you as our customers. To check that you are clear about the terms and conditions, I'll ask you a few questions. What is the repayment date?
5th of every month.
How much have you agreed to pay per month?
2,400 rupees per month for a period of 17 months.
Will you be comfortable paying rupees 2,400 every month?
It will be no problem, sir.
The loan processing fee and insurance premium which you have paid just now be returned to you?
No, sir, it is non-refundable.
Okay. If the applicant defaults, who will pay the outstanding loan amount and the interest?
As the guarantor, I have to repay the loan amount and interest.
Well, Mrs. Shivaparvati, the loan must be used only for the purpose stated in your loan application.
Yes, of course. I will only use it to buy raw materials for my business.
How long will it take to utilize the full amount of loan?
It should not take more than 10 days to buy raw materials.
Okay. To ensure that you have invested the money in your business, someone from my MFI will come and check.
The branch manager updates the loan sanction register by entering the details of disbursement date and loan ID number in the respective columns. The branch manager signs on the repayment schedule and the loan check. Branch manager hands over the repayment schedule, weekly loan card and loan check to the client. The branch manager instructs the client to deposit the check in the individual bank account.
Please take the check and deposit it in your account.
May we go?
Okay,
See you again.
Bye, sir.
bye.
The client, client's spouse and guarantor leave the branch office taking the loan check, the repayment schedule and the stamped weekly loan card with them. The branch manager places the copy of the repayment schedule in the client loan file.
Cashier, please come here.
After the disbursement process is completed, the branch manager hands over the client loan file and the envelope containing the post-dated checks to the cashier. The field officer prepares the denomination slip in duplicate for the cash received towards loan processing fee and insurance premium during the disbursement process. The field officer tears off the second copy of all the receipts from the receipt book and tallies it with the cash received. The field officer hands over the loan disbursement register, post-dated checks register, the receipts, the cash and the denomination slip to the cashier. The cashier counts the cash and tallies it with the denomination slip and the receipts. After tallying, the cashier signs the 2 copies of the denomination slip and hands over 1 copy to the field officer.
Okay.
The cashier attaches the other copy of the denomination slip to the receipts and places it in the receipts file. The cashier places all the post-dated checks in the safe after tallying them with the post-dated checks register. The cashier verifies the check number in the client loan file with the checkbook register and the checkbook. The cashier updates the cash book with the receipts and payments for the day. The cashier prepares a denomination slip for the closing cash. The cashier hands over the closing cash, denomination slip, cash book, loan disbursement register and the checkbook register to the branch manager. The branch manager verifies whether the closing cash is tallied with the denomination slip and in the cash book. The branch manager verifies the loan disbursement register with the checkbook register. If every document is correct, the branch manager signs the denomination slip, cash book and the checkbook register and returns the registers to the cashier.
Please deposit the cash in the bank and enter it in the cash book.
Okay, sir.
The cashier prepares a pay-in slip. Since the cash is less than 50,000 rupees, the cashier goes alone to the bank. After returning from the bank, the cashier updates the cash book and loan ledger by opening an individual loan ledger folio for every loan disbursed on that day by referring to the copy of the repayment schedule in each client loan file. The cashier places all the client loan files in the safe. The next stage in the cycle consists of the monitoring phase. Here, the client is supposed to make a series of regular payments according to the repayment plan, and the MFI will engage in monitoring so that it is aware of any problems that the client might encounter. The field officer comes to the branch office and asks the cashier for the client loan files relating to the loans disbursed during the past 10 days.
Miss Reshma, Will you please give me the client loan files of my area?
Okay. Here they are.
Yes.
The field officer prepares a loan utilization check report by taking down the preliminary information like name, date of disbursement, purpose, and the loan amount disbursed to the client by referring to the client loan file.
Going to the field, I suppose, sir.
You're right. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Namaste, sir. Please sit.
Namaste. How are you?
Fine, sir.
How's the business?
Going well, sir.
Do you find any difference in the business after availing the loan?
Yes, sir. My customers are very happy since I'm able to meet the demands.
Good. Have you utilized the loan amount to buy raw materials?
Yes, sir. Even this raw material is also part of what I bought.
Good. You ought to maintain your accounts properly. Do you have the bills for the raw materials you have purchased?
Of course.
Can I see them?
Okay, sir. I have bought raw materials for 38,000. I have invested rupees 3,000 more than the loan. Since I bought it in bulk, I got better deals from my suppliers.
Very good. You have collected the bills for all the 38,000 rupees you have spent. We rarely see people who collect the bills for all the money they have spent.
I have a habit of collecting bills for all the purchases.
Good.
The field officer records the utilization details in the loan utilization check report by writing the actual amount utilized, purpose, and the next visit required.
Will you please sign here? Alright, take care of your business.
Of course, sir. Thank you.
I'll get along.
The field officer comes to the branch office and meets the branch manager and informs him about the status of the loan utilization.
Excuse me, sir.
Please come in, Ravi Babu. Be seated.
Sir, today I visited the mill of Mrs. Shivaparvati.
Okay.
She seems to be a good business person. The client has used the full loan amount to purchase raw materials.
Good. Give me the loan utilization report.
Just a moment, sir. Here it is.
Has she utilized the entire loan amount to purchase raw materials?
Yes, sir.
Have you verified the bills?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let the cashier put it in the client loan file.
Okay, sir. See you, sir.
Okay.
Please place this utilization report in the client loan file.
Sure, sir.
The cashier prepares the Demand Collection Balance Report (DCB) in the branch office on the first working day of every month and hands it over to the concerned field officer.
Sir, please check this demand collection balance report of your area and tell me if there are any missing accounts.
Okay. Let me go through it.
Okay, sir.
On the scheduled date, the field officer leaves the branch office with the Demand Collection Balance Report and the receipt book to collect the dues from the clients.
Namaste, Mr. Shivaparvati.
Namaste, sir. Please be seated.
Your installment is due today.
Just a moment.
Please get the repayment schedule also.
is your installment and here is the repayment schedule.
Here is your repayment schedule. Please check it. Please sign the receipt. Please check the receipt.
It is correct.
Okay, Mr. Shivaparvati, I'll take leave.
Thanks.
After completing all the recoveries for the day, the field officer comes to the branch office. The field officer takes out the cash, receipt book and demand collection balance report from his bag. The field officer counts the cash and bundles it, and adds up the amounts in the collection column of the demand collection balance report. The field officer prepares a denomination slip in duplicate for the cash. The field officer tears off the second copies of the receipts he had issued that day, cross-checks the total of the collection column of the demand collection balance report with total cash collected and the totals of the receipts issued on that day. Once tallied, the field officer hands over the cash, the demand collection balance report, receipts and the copies of the denomination slip to the cashier.
Reshma, this is the amount recorded today.
The cashier counts the cash and tallies the same with the denomination slip, the demand collection balance report and the receipts. The cashier signs both copies of the denomination slip and hands over one copy to the field officer.
Here is your denomination slip.
The field officer attaches the denomination slip to the receipt book. The cashier pins the denomination slips to the receipts issued by the different field officers. The cashier checks the demand collection balance report for overdue arrear balances and updates the arrears register if needed and submits it to the branch manager.
Excuse me, sir.
What's it?
This is the updated arrears report.
Okay, I will look into it. Ravi Babu, please come here.
Sir,
The branch manager discusses the reasons for the arrear accounts with the concerned field officer. The cashier updates the cash book by entering the receipts and payments of the day. Then the cashier calculates the closing cash balance and after tallying it with the physical cash balance, prepares a denomination slip for the total cash collected by all the field officers on that particular day. The cashier hands over the cash, the denomination slip, the demand collection balance report and the cash book to the branch manager.
Sir,
Tell me.
here is the cash, demand collection balance report, denomination slip and the cash book.
Take your seat.
The branch manager verifies the cash with the denomination slip, the cash book and the demand collection balance report.
Okay. Cash is tallied.
Okay.
We need to deposit the cash in the bank. Please prepare the pay-in slip.
Okay, sir. Can I have the denomination slip? Thank you, sir.
The cashier prepares bank pay-in slip by referring to the denomination slip.
Sir, I have prepared the pay-in slip.
Okay, let's go to the bank.
Okay, sir.
The branch manager and the cashier leave the branch office carrying the cash and the pay-in slip to deposit the cash in the bank. Since the cash to be deposited is more than 50,000 rupees, both the branch manager and the cashier go to the bank. The branch manager and the cashier return to the branch office after depositing the cash in the bank.
Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Cash book entries tally with the cash closing balance. Good work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Take these and update the ledgers.
Right, sir.
The cashier updates the cash book by referring to the pay-in slip stamped and signed by the bank officer. The cashier updates the loan ledger by entering client-wise repayment details as per the demand collection balance report. The cashier also enters the receipt numbers in the ledger. The cashier submits the cash book, the pay-in slip, the bank passbook, the loan ledger and the demand collection balance report to the branch manager. The branch manager verifies the loan ledger details with the demand collection balance report. The branch manager returns the cash book, cash deposit slip, loan ledger and the demand collection balance report to the cashier. The cashier keeps the loan ledger in the safe, places the demand collection balance report in the file and then places both the files in the file rack. If clients have fully repaid their loan without any problems, the final stage of the credit cycle leads in to a new round of the same cycle. In other words, the client will apply for a repeat loan. If, however, the client encountered repayment problems and did not fully repay the loan, the MFI will engage in a vigorous recovery effort. The field officer comes to the client's business location for the collection of monthly installment. In this particular case, the client has agreed to pay on the 5th of every month.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, Yadagiri. You are due to pay 2000 rupees installment today.
Sir, today I cannot pay as I have failed to recover the money.
You can't say that. You should have a backup plan for this type of situations.
Sorry, sir, I did not expect this.
When can you pay?
I will be able to pay you only when my customers pay me.
No, I cannot wait. You must pay today. You know the payment is due on the 5th of every month.
Please, sir, oblige me for this month.
I am sorry, that is not possible. You have agreed to pay on time and you must honor it. After completing collections from the other clients, I will come back to you around 2 p.m. Make sure to arrange the installment amount by then.
Thank you. I will try to arrange the money.
Okay. I will come to your shop at 2 p.m. Please be ready with the installment.
Okay, sir.
After completing the collections for the day, the field officer comes back to the client's business location at the specified time.
Mr. Yadagiri, you said you will pay the money. I have to rush to my branch office.
I failed to arrange the full amount. I have only 1000 rupees. Please take this.
No, we do not accept part payments and you know that. You have to pay the full installment. You promised me to pay and I gave you extra time. And yet you have failed to pay the full installment.
I need some more time.
How much time do you need?
Give me one more day. I'll pay by day after tomorrow morning.
Are you sure that you will be able to arrange the payment by then without fail?
Yes, sir. Certainly.
Okay. Please remember, this delay in repayment damages your credit reputation. And if you do not pay on 7th, I have to collect the same from your guarantor. That would be embarrassing to you.
Okay, sir. Please come at 11 a.m. on 7th and I will pay the installment.
Okay.
If the client does not pay, the field officer returns to the branch office and informs the branch manager about the delinquency.
Excuse me, sir.
Please come in, Ravi Babu.
The field officer informs that he will do a follow-up visit on the day after, that is 7th.
Mr. Yadagiri says he'll pay the installment on 7th, sir.
What do you think? Will the defaulter repay the money by day after tomorrow?
Let's hope that he'll keep his word.
If the defaulter fails to repay, inform me and the guarantor as well.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay.
On 7th, the agreed date at 11 a.m., the field officer arrives at the delinquent client's business location.
Mr. Yadagiri,
Namaste, sir.
how is the business?
Not very good, sir. All are suffering.
No one else has failed to pay the installments. I'm afraid you're the only one. Are you ready to pay the amount?
Sorry, sir. Please forgive me. I could not get the money from the customers.
No, it is not possible. You must pay today. I came here today only because you promised me.
Sorry, sir. I failed to arrange money. Please give me 2 more days' time.
Sorry, Mr. Yadagiri. If you do not pay today, I have to inform your guarantor and my branch manager. As I said, I will collect the amount from your guarantor.
Sir, please give me 2 more days' time. I will pay the amount.
How can I trust you?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Rambabu.
Tell me.
This is Field Officer Ravi. You gave guarantee to Mr. Yadagiri. He did not pay the installment. You speak to him.
I requested him for some more time, but he is not listening. Please tell him to give some more time. Speak to him.
Sir, give him 2 more days. He will pay the installment. Otherwise, I will pay you.
If he fails to repay, I will come and collect it from you.
No problem. I am sure he will repay.
Okay, let's see. Sir, good morning. This is Ravi.
Where are you?
Mr. Yadagiri, one of our clients wants time to pay the installment. What shall I do?
Since he is a good client, we will wait for 2 more days. But please inform the defaulter that this will be the very last chance for him to pay the loan installment.
I'll tell him. You see, I talked to the guarantor and our branch manager. Both of them are very unhappy about your non-payment of the installment. I'm sorry that you're having these problems, but please understand that if you do not pay, we can't disburse the loans we have promised to our other clients. They are suffering because you have broken your promise to pay on the 5th of every month. Make sure that you are ready in 2 ways. Otherwise, there will be very severe repercussions. Me and my branch manager will go to your guarantor to collect the money. That will be embarrassing to you.
Sir, my situation is very bad.
I will come to you on 10th along with our branch manager. You really have to pay by then.
Okay, sir. Definitely I'll pay the amount on 10.
Okay, bye.
The field officer comes to the branch office and prepares an arrears action taken report. The field officer and branch manager plan to visit the defaulter on the agreed repayment date. On the agreed date, 10th, the field officer and the branch manager come to the client's business location. The branch manager asks for the reasons for delinquency and insists on repayment.
Mr. Yadagiri?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. What happened to you? I thought you were a very good businessman and a disciplined person. Why did you not pay the amount? Anyhow, pay the installment now.
Sorry, sir. I could not get the money. I need some more time.
This is too much. Do you realize that this is our 4th visit to you for the recovery? Do you know how much it costs to recover the single installment from you? Sorry, we cannot give you any more time.
Please, sir. Give me some more time for repayment.
I am afraid that it is not possible. Let's go to your guarantor now.
How can I come with you? There is no one to look after my shop.
Very well, we'll go to him.
If the delinquent client does not pay, the branch manager and the field officer visit the guarantor's residence.
Mr. Rambabu?
Who is it? Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Mr. Yadagiri, to whom you have given guarantee, has asked for more time. We went to him at least 4 times, yet he failed to pay the installment. Now we have lost confidence in him, so I'm afraid that as a guarantor you will have to pay the installment.
Sir, give him some more time. I also do not have money to pay you.
Before disbursement of the loan, we have repeatedly informed you. If the client defaults, as guarantor you have to pay. You also agreed to it? Even 2 days back you told us that you will pay if he fails.
Now I do not have money, but I'll pressurize him to pay. If he fails this time, I'll definitely pay on behalf of him.
Okay, because you're taking the responsibility, I'll give you some more time, though it's a risk. But if you miss the chance, our regional manager will come and he will take serious action.
It may not be necessary. This time, we will not fail you, sir.
I am not confident. Please call Mr. Yadgiri on phone right now and ensure that he pays. You talk to him.
Hello, Yadgiri. With a lot of difficulty, I could convince the branch manager to extend the repayment date for 1 more week. You must pay it this time. Otherwise, I have to pay the installment. Please do not trouble us anymore.
Sorry to have caused you trouble. I will definitely pay the amount within a week. I will pay by 17th.
Okay, I'll tell them. Sir, he says that he'll pay it within a week.
I will inform our regional manager.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. This is Nagabhushanam. One of our clients, Mr. Yadagiri, wants time up to 17th for repayment of installment. What shall I do?
He should have paid it on 5th.
Yes, sir.
Did you speak to him? Have you been there? No? Tell him. You pressurize him. Go to him more than once. Okay, I will come there on 17th. Tell him that he should pay it on that day. Right?
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.
Right? Okay.
I have just now informed our regional manager,
Okay.
and he will also join us on the 17th. You should also be there at Mr. Yadagiri's shop that day.
Sure. Definitely, he will pay you that day.
Let's hope so.
After returning to the branch office, the branch manager updates the same area action taken report by noting the efforts they have made for collection. On the specified day, the regional manager, the branch manager and the field officer arrive at the delinquent client's business location along with the guarantor.
Mr. Yadgiri, I heard that you are a good client. Why are you not paying the installment?
Sorry, sir. Because I could not recover the money from my customers, I am unable to repay at present.
But you have your daily sales. Why don't you pay from that?
Competition has increased and this is a lean season. The sales are very low.
You have to pay as per the agreement. Do not give us those excuses. What do you say, Rambabu?
I do agree with you, sir. But what can this poor fellow do when there are no sales?
I agree partially. That is one of the reasons we insist on guarantors. So that whenever a client fails to pay, the guarantor must pressurize him to pay. Otherwise, the guarantor himself must pay. You have already agreed to our terms and conditions, haven't you?
I agree, sir. But I have my own problems. It is not possible for me to pay now. Give the client some more time. He'll pay the installment. Yadgiri, tell them when you'll be able to pay.
Sorry to trouble you, sir. I can only pay when I receive the amount from my customers. I will come to your office and pay the installment.
If you do not pay the installment, we have to take the next step. You know that we have your post-dated checks with us, but we do not want to take any action now since you are a good client. Please pay the amount immediately.
Sorry, sir. I cannot pay the amount now. I can only pay when my customers pay.
You know what happens if your check gets dishonored?
Yes, sir. Please spare me.
Okay, I will inform our higher authorities and within a week you pay the amount to our field officer, or we will be forced to send you a check to the bank for realization. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Yadgiri, Why do you want to get into problems? Pay up the installments.
Let me see.
If the delinquent client does not pay, the regional manager updates the same arrears action taken report by adding the efforts made that day and status of recovery. The branch manager and the field officer continue their attempts to collect the loan from the delinquent client.
Yadagiri,
Namaste, sir.
how about the money?
No sales. All the stock is lying here. I haven't sold a single packet. I do not have even 1 rupee.
When are you going to pay?
Come tomorrow, sir. I'll pay.
The branch manager updates the regional manager about the latest situation.
Sir, namaste. I wanted to speak to you about Yadagiri. Our field officer went to him several times, but he is not paying the money. Our field officer keeps going to him. Sir, what shall we do, sir?
This is very bad. He could have easily got the money if only he tried seriously. There is no other go now. You have his post-dated checks. Send one of them to the bank and inform the defaulter.
Okay, sir. We will do that.
The branch manager sends the post-dated check of the delinquent client to the bank for collection. The field officer informs the delinquent client that his post-dated check has been sent to the bank for collection. If the check bounces, then the branch manager initiates legal proceedings against the delinquent client. However, the field officer and the branch manager continue their efforts to recover the loan from the delinquent client.
Sir, finally Yadagiri has paid his dues.
At last, the loan amount has been recovered.
Individual loan is an example of a truly market-led product. It is designed based on market research of the specific micro and small entrepreneurs. The client focus means success for the borrowers who are able to enhance their businesses and achieve their financial aspirations. Individual loan also means success for the MFI because the product performs well and reaches a large client base.